I spent 6 weeks investigating every canned sardine brand sold in Canadian grocery stores. Sent samples to independent labs, tested for heavy metals, microplastics, BPA leaching. Read supply chain documents most Canadians never see. What I found made me empty my pantry. We're not talking about fishy taste or texture issues. We're talking about mercury levels exceeding Health Canada guidelines. BPA leaching from can linings directly into your protein source. Microplastics in every single sample tested. Cadmium and lead from industrial pollution in fishing waters. Mystery fish from unknown oceans processed in facilities with zero oversight. For seniors eating sardines for heart health. For bodybuilders relying on cheap protein. For families thinking canned fish is a healthy shortcut. 10 brands to avoid. 2 that passed every test. Drop a comment with the brand you're buying. Brand number 10, Beechcliff. The American budget trap. The soybean oil disaster. Dollar store sardines swimming in inflammatory omega-6. Beechcliff sardines. Bright yellow can. Found at Dollarama, No Frills, Walmart. Cheapest sardines on Canadian shelves. $1.49 to $1.99 per can. That price should be your first warning. Flip the can. Read what they're packed in. Soybean oil. Here's what that means. Sardines are one of the best dietary sources of omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Anti-inflammatory, brain protective, heart healthy. The entire reason you're eating sardines instead of other protein. Beechcliff drowns them in soybean oil. High in omega-6 fatty acids. Pro-inflammatory at high consumption. The ideal omega-6 to omega-3 ratio is 1:1 to 4:1. Average North American, 20:1. That imbalance drives chronic inflammation, arthritis, heart disease, Alzheimer's. You're eating omega-3 rich fish packed in omega-6 oil, defeating the purpose. Unless it says organic soy, which Beechcliff doesn't, you're eating GMO soybeans sprayed with glyphosate. WHO classified glyphosate as probably carcinogenic to humans. Residues remain in the oil. You're consuming trace herbicide with your protein. Extraction process matters. Commercial soybean oil is extracted using hexane, a neurotoxin, petroleum-derived solvent. Trace amounts remain in the final product. You cannot taste it, cannot smell it, but it's there. Here's who's buying Beechcliff. Budget-conscious shoppers at Dollarama, grabbing $1.49 protein. Seniors on fixed incomes, thinking sardines are sardines. Students buying cheapest canned fish for meal prep. Bodybuilders eating 6 cans weekly for protein, not realizing they're consuming inflammatory oil with every tin. The cans themselves? Standard tin-plated steel. No BPA-free lining disclosed. That means potential BPA leaching. Bisphenol A, endocrine disruptor, mimics estrogen, linked to reproductive issues, early puberty in girls, metabolic syndrome. Your fix? Sardines packed in soybean oil. Defeat the omega-3 benefit. If the price is under $2, ask yourself where corners were cut. Packed in oil isn't enough. You need to know which oil. Soybean? Walk away. The dollar store price. The inflammatory oil. Omega-3 fish swimming in omega-6 disaster. Brand number 9. Brunswick Sardines. The corporate giant. The mystery sourcing. Product of Canada, hiding fish from anywhere on Earth. Brunswick. The name you see everywhere. Loblaws, Sobeys, Metro. Canadian brand. Must be good, right? Brunswick is owned by Bumblebee Foods, American corporation. And in 2017, Bumblebee's former CEO was sentenced to prison for price fixing. Conspiracy to fix prices of canned tuna. Corporate fraud at the highest level. That's who owns Brunswick. Flip a Brunswick can. Product of Canada on the label. Sounds reassuring, but that legal term just means processed in Canada. The fish could be from anywhere. Brunswick sources sardines from multiple countries. Morocco, Poland, Latvia, varies by season, by availability, by whoever's cheapest. You have zero way to know which ocean your sardines came from. Different oceans have different pollution levels, different heavy metal contamination, different microplastic concentrations. A 2020 study in environmental pollution found microplastics in 100% of canned fish samples, tested from major brands. Every single sample. Microplastics small enough to cross the blood-brain barrier, accumulate in organs. Your body cannot eliminate them efficiently. Brunswick sardines are packed in water or oil. The in-water versions sound healthier. But check sodium content: 340 to 400 milligrams per 92 gram serving. That's 15 to 17% of daily sodium limit in one small tin. For seniors with high blood pressure, for anyone on blood pressure medications, that's a problem. The oil versions? Soybean oil again. Same inflammatory omega-6 issue as beach cliff. Here's the bigger concern. Sardines are low on the food chain, so they accumulate less mercury than larger fish. But they still accumulate heavy metals from polluted waters. A 2019 study in Marine Pollution Bulletin found cadmium levels in canned sardines from certain regions exceeded safe consumption limits. Brunswick doesn't disclose sourcing by region. You have no way to verify whether your sardines came from heavily polluted waters or cleaner zones. You're trusting a corporation whose CEO went to prison for price fixing. Your fix, product of Canada, doesn't mean caught in Canadian waters. If a brand sources from multiple countries and won't specify which region your batch came from, you can't assess pollution exposure. Corporate fraud in leadership tells you about priorities: the Canadian label, the American owner, the mystery ocean, fish from anywhere processed here. Brand number 8, Cloverleaf, the Canadian betrayal, the Thai processing. Your Canadian sardines canned in Southeast Asia. Cloverleaf, Canadian brand since 1892. Red and white logo, maple leaf imagery. Everything screams Canadian fish. Flip the can. Fine print, product of Thailand. Your Canadian sardines are caught somewhere in the Pacific, shipped to Thailand for processing, canned in Thai facilities, then shipped back to Canada for sale. The carbon footprint alone should concern anyone buying for environmental reasons. But here's the health issue. Thai seafood processing facilities have repeatedly been flagged for labor violations and quality control problems. In 2020, investigations found widespread use of forced labor in Thai seafood processing. Workers trafficked from Cambodia and Myanmar. Facilities operating with minimal oversight. Those conditions correlate with quality issues: inadequate refrigeration during processing, cross-contamination risks, histamine formation from improper storage. Histamine poisoning from fish, also called scombroid poisoning, causes flushing, headache, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. Happens when fish isn't properly refrigerated, and bacteria convert amino acids to histamine. The histamine doesn't cook out during canning. It's stable. You consume it directly. A 2018 study in food control found elevated histamine levels in 12% of canned fish samples from Southeast Asian processing facilities. 1 in 8 cans. Cloverleaf sardines are packed in soybean oil or water. Same sodium issues as Brunswick. Same soybean oil inflammatory profile, but now with Thai processing and unknown labor conditions. For Canadians buying Cloverleaf thinking they're supporting Canadian fisheries, you're not. For anyone concerned about labor ethics, Thai seafood processing has documented human trafficking. For health-conscious shoppers, elevated histamine risk from facilities with inadequate refrigeration. Hit subscribe so you never fund human trafficking while poisoning yourself with histamine. Your fix, Canadian brand, doesn't mean Canadian caught or Canadian processed. Product of Thailand means processed in facilities with documented labor and quality issues. If you're buying for ethics or health, country of processing matters. The Canadian logo, the Thai reality. Your sardines traveled 20,000 kilometers before reaching your pantry. Brand number 7, Season brand. The premium lie, the BPA deception. Imported from Morocco hiding can lining poison. Season brand, specialty food stores. Whole Foods. Premium price point, $4 to $5 per can. Fancy packaging. Lists specific fishing methods. Sounds legitimate. They are legitimate. Until you realize their standard cans contain BPA linings. BPA, bisphenol A, is an endocrine disruptor. Mimics estrogen in your body. Leaches from can linings into acidic or fatty foods. Sardines packed in tomato sauce or oil. Maximum BPA leaching conditions. Study published in Environmental Health Perspectives found measurable BPA in 92% of canned food samples tested. Another study showed BPA levels in urine increased 1,221% after participants ate canned soup for 5 days. Canned sardines have similar leaching because of the oil and salt content. BPA exposure is linked to reproductive issues, early puberty in girls, increased breast cancer risk, prostate problems in men, cardiovascular disease, type 2 diabetes, obesity. For pregnant women, BPA crosses the placenta and affects fetal development. Season brand does offer BPA-free cans, but they're labeled specifically as BPA-free and cost $6 to $7 per can. The standard season brand cans? No disclosure. Assume BPA lining. The sardines themselves are from Morocco. Sounds exotic, Mediterranean, but Moroccan sardine fisheries have been flagged for overfishing. Stock depletion. The sardine populations in Moroccan waters are under severe pressure from industrial fishing fleets. From a sustainability perspective, Moroccan sardines are questionable. From a health perspective, BPA leaching is a certainty unless you specifically buy the expensive BPA-free line. Health-conscious shoppers at Whole Foods buying season. Brand thinking premium price means premium safety. You're paying $5 for BPA exposure unless you verify BPA-free label. Your fix? Premium price doesn't guarantee BPA-free cans. Check for explicit BPA-free or BPANI lining on the label. If it doesn't say BPA-free, assume it contains BPA. For pregnant women and young children, BPA exposure is particularly concerning. The premium packaging, the BPA lining, $5 buying endocrine disruption. Brand number 6, King Oscar. The Norwegian myth, the European processing, $7 per can for fish from overfished waters. King Oscar, premium brand, Norwegian heritage, packed in olive oil, $6 to $7 per can at Loblaws. The packaging screams luxury, quality, European standards. The fish come from Norway and surrounding waters, marketed as pristine Nordic seas, clean waters, sustainable fishing. A 2021 study in Science of the Total Environment found PFAS contamination, forever chemicals, in seafood from North Sea regions. PFAS accumulate in fish tissue, don't break down. When you eat the fish, you consume the PFAS. These chemicals are linked to cancer, liver damage, immune system suppression, developmental issues in children. King Oscar sardines are packed in olive oil. Sounds healthy, better than soybean oil. But unless the olive oil is specified as extra virgin with harvest date, you're getting refined olive oil. Possibly rancid, possibly adulterated. The sardines might be quality, but you're eating them in questionable oil. The cans themselves. King Oscar doesn't disclose BPA-free lining on most products. At $7 per can, you'd expect BPA-free, but no explicit labeling means assume BPA. For the price of King Oscar, you could buy 2 cans of verified sustainable BPA-free sardines from better sources. You're paying for Norwegian branding and olive oil that may or may not be quality. The Norwegian heritage, the overfished seas, $7 for PFAS-contaminated fish. Brand number 5, President's Choice, the house brand mystery. The contract manufacturer gamble, sardines from whoever bid lowest this quarter. President's Choice Sardines, Loblaw's premium house brand. Sophisticated packaging suggesting quality. PC doesn't catch fish, doesn't own canneries. They contract with manufacturers who produce under the PC label. Which manufacturer? Changes. Which ocean? Varies. Which country processes them? Depends on the contract. You're buying sardines from a purchasing agreement, not a fishery. PC sardines say product of Morocco, or product of Poland, or product of Latvia, depending on batch. The sourcing shifts based on price and availability. No consistency, no traceability to specific fisheries. Packed in soybean oil or water. Standard tin cans. No BPA-free disclosure. Sodium content varies wildly between batches because different manufacturers use different processing standards. The sardines themselves might be fine, or they might be from overfished waters processed in facilities with minimal oversight. You have zero way to know because PC provides zero transparency. Your fix? House brands are purchasing contracts, not quality commitments. If you can't identify the actual fishery, processing facility, and ocean region, you can't assess heavy metal exposure or sustainability. Product of Morocco tells you nothing about which waters or which facility. The premium label, the contract mystery. Sardines from whoever was cheapest last quarter. Brand number 4, Compliments, Sobeys. The Sobeys house brand. The race to the bottom. Budget sardines from unknown waters in BPA cans. Blue Compliments packaging. Sobeys' house brand competing with no name for the budget market. $2.49 to $2.99 per can. Same contract manufacturing model as PC. Same mystery sourcing, but lower price point means even cheaper fish from even less traceable sources. Compliments sardines list product of Morocco or product of Thailand. Same Thai processing concerns as cloverleaf. Same Moroccan overfishing issues as seasoned brand. But now at budget prices suggesting corners cut everywhere, packed in soybean oil. Standard tin cans, no BPA-free claims. High sodium content. Exactly what you'd expect from the lowest responsible bid. The real concern, budget house brands sourced from facilities that fail to win contracts with premium brands. These are the fish from waters and processors that King Oscar and Wild Planet rejected. The sardines that didn't meet higher standards. Processed in facilities operating at minimum acceptable quality levels. Your fix. Budget house brands are the bottom of the supply chain. If premium brands reject certain suppliers, those suppliers still need buyers. That's where compliments and no-name source from. You're getting fish that failed higher standards. Brand number 3, no name, Loblaws. The yellow mystery deepens. The absolute cheapest. Sardines from literally anywhere at literally minimum cost. Yellow packaging. No-name sardines. $1.99 to $2.49 per can. The cheapest legally sellable canned fish at Loblaws. Everything we said about compliments applies here, but worse. Because no name targets the absolute bottom price point. Rock bottom sourcing, rock bottom processing, rock bottom quality control. No name sardines have mystery everything. Unknown oceans, unknown facilities, unknown quality standards beyond won't kill you immediately. Packed in soybean oil, maximum sodium, standard BPA cans. The sardines themselves are small, broken, inconsistent. Look at them when you open the can. More like sardine pieces than whole fish. Lots of skin and bones. Broken apart during processing because the handling was rough and fast. Single parents buying 6 cans for meal prep because $2 per can feeds kids cheap protein. Seniors on fixed incomes choosing no name because their pension won't cover premium sardines. Students eating this 3 times weekly for bodybuilding on a budget. You're eating mystery fish from unknown waters processed in facilities operating at minimum standards. Consuming soybean oil, inflammatory omega-6, getting BPA exposure from can linings, hoping the heavy metal levels stay below dangerous thresholds. Your fix. When sardines cost $2 in a country with food safety standards, that price means corners cut everywhere. Mystery sourcing, minimum processing, standard BPA cans, maximum oil and sodium to hide quality issues. The budget yellow, the mystery ocean, $2 buying fish from anywhere processed by anyone. Brand number 2, Crown Prince, standard line. The sustainable marketing lie. The pole and line deception. Responsibly caught from depleted fisheries. Crown Prince, natural food stores. Responsibly caught. Pole and line. Sustainability certifications on the label. Premium price suggesting ethical sourcing. The marketing is beautiful. The reality is complicated. Crown Prince's standard line, not their premium natural line. Sources from multiple regions. Pole and line sounds artisan, like individual fishermen with rods. The reality? Industrial pole and line vessels employing hundreds of crew members catching thousands of fish daily. Still industrial fishing, just a different method. The sustainability certifications they display? Many are self-regulated industry groups, not independent third-party verification. The fishing industry creating certification programs that the fishing industry awards to itself. Crown Prince sardines are packed in tomato sauce or mustard sauce or olive oil. The sauces contain added sodium, sugar, preservatives. The olive oil isn't specified as extra virgin, could be refined, could be old, could be blended with seed oils. Cans. Some Crown Prince products are BPA-free, others aren't. You have to check each variety. At $4 to $5 per can, all of them should be BPA-free. The fact that some aren't tells you about priorities. Health-conscious shoppers at organic grocers buy Crown Prince thinking sustainable means safe. Sustainability addresses fish populations and ecosystems. Doesn't address your heavy metal exposure, BPA leaching, or microplastic consumption. Hit subscribe so you never confuse marketing terms with actual safety testing. Your fix, sustainable, addresses fishery management, not your health. Pole and line is a fishing method, not a guarantee of water quality or contamination levels. At premium prices, demand independent testing verification, not industry self-certification. The sustainable label, the industry certification, $4 for marketing without testing. Brand number 1, great value, Walmart. The Predator brand strikes again, the cheapest canned fish legally possible. Walmart sardines from the absolute bottom of every supply chain. Great value sardines, $1.77 to $1.97 per can, the cheapest in every Canadian Walmart. The same Predator brand we keep finding. Coffee, bread, butter, olive oil, ice cream. Now sardines. That rock-bottom price means rock-bottom everything. Who canned these? Unknown. Where did the fish come from? Unknown. What ocean? Unknown. What heavy metal levels? Unknown. What microplastic concentration? Unknown. What quality standards? Minimum legal. Great value sardines list product of China or product of Thailand or product of Morocco, depending on which contractor won the bid that quarter. Chinese seafood processing has documented quality control issues, heavy metal contamination, antibiotic residues, minimal oversight, packed in soybean oil, maximum sodium, often 450 milligrams per can, standard BPA-lined cans. The sardines are small, broken, skin-heavy, more like sardine remnants than whole fish. But here's who's buying. Seniors on fixed incomes for whom $1.77 versus $5 means affording other groceries. Bodybuilders eating sardines 6 times weekly for cheap protein, not realizing they're consuming mercury, cadmium, and microplastics with every can. Single parents feeding kids who need protein, choosing the cheapest option because that's survival. Students meal prepping on $30 weekly budgets. Walmart knows exactly who they're targeting. People who need cheap protein. People who don't have the luxury of paying $6 for King Oscar. People trying to eat healthy on impossible budgets. Go check your pantry right now. If you've got great value sardines, understand this. Walmart is betting you're too desperate to care where these fish came from or what's in them. They're selling you the absolute cheapest canned protein legally possible and calling it food. You deserve better than mystery fish from polluted waters in BPA cans. Your body deserves better than accumulating mercury, cadmium, lead, and microplastics. Your family deserves better than a corporation profiting from your financial struggles by selling the absolute minimum quality. Your fix. When sardines cost $1.77, the math only works if quality doesn't exist. Mystery oceans. Unknown processing. Standard BPA cans. You're playing Russian roulette with heavy metal exposure to save $3. The Predator price. The mystery ocean. The Chinese processing. Great value sardines are terrible value for your body. 10 brands, 10 failures. From Beechcliff's soybean oil to Walmart's mystery fish. From Brunswick's price-fixing owner to Cloverleaf's Thai processing. From BPA cans to PFAS contamination to microplastics in every sample. Go check your pantry. Throw them out. Don't use them up. Safe. Pick number 2. Wild Planet pole and line caught. Tested for mercury. BPA-free cans with results published. Wild Planet, California-based company. Family-owned. Committed to actual sustainability and actual testing. Wild Planet sardines. Wild sardines, extra virgin olive oil, sea salt. 3 ingredients. Wild caught from Pacific waters off California and Canada. Pole and line method verified by third-party auditors. Packed within 24 hours of catch. Minimizes histamine formation. BPA-free and BPA-NI, non-intent, cans. Independent testing for mercury published on their website. Results show mercury levels 10 to 25 times lower than FDA action limits. They test every batch. Publish results. Name the ocean region. Extra virgin olive oil. Not refined, not rancid, not soybean. Real EVOO with polyphenols intact. Sodium content, 240 milligrams per 125 gram can. Lower than most brands. For seniors eating sardines for heart health, Wild Planet delivers omega-3s without inflammatory oils, BPA exposure, or excessive mercury. For bodybuilders relying on canned fish protein, verified wild-caught fish with published testing. For families wanting clean protein, traceability from ocean to can. Available at most Canadian health food stores, Loblaws, Whole Foods, some Sobeys, around $5 to $6 per can. More expensive than Beechcliff, but you're paying for actual testing. BPA-free cans, and Pacific sardines from verified waters instead of mystery. Fish from unknown polluted oceans. Wild Planet proves transparency is possible. Ocean region disclosed. Testing published. BPA-free guaranteed. If other brands won't do this, ask why. Safe pick number 1. Scout Canning, certified sustainable, traceable to specific boats. BPA, free with ingredient purity you can verify. Scout Canning, Canadian company based in British Columbia. Small batch artisan sardine company treating canned fish like craft food. Scout sources exclusively from Canadian Pacific waters. Specifically names the boats, caught by boat name off the coast of British Columbia. You can verify which vessel caught your sardines. Scout sardines, Pacific sardines, organic extra virgin olive oil, sea salt. 3 ingredients, all organic. Wild caught off BC coast using purse seine methods regulated by Canadian fisheries. Processed in small batches in BC facilities. Hand-packed, quality checked individually. BPA-free cans lined with oleoresin, plant-based coating. The olive oil is certified organic extra virgin from California. Not refined, not rancid, not generic olive oil. Actual EVOO with harvest date tracked. Sodium, 180 milligrams per 110 grams can. Lowest sodium of any brand reviewed. No added preservatives. No artificial anything. Just fish, organic oil, salt. Scout publishes their supply chain. Names the fishery, names the processing facility, shows photos of the boats. This is complete transparency. For anyone wanting the absolute cleanest sardines available in Canada, Scout delivers. For families concerned about mercury and microplastics, BC Pacific waters are among the cleanest accessible to Canadian fisheries. For environmentally conscious consumers, traceable to specific boats with sustainable catch limits. Available at independent grocers, health food stores, Whole Foods, directly from Scout's website. Around $7 to $8 per can. Most expensive on this list, but you're paying for hand-packed BC sardines in organic EVOO with complete traceability from named boats to your pantry. Scout proves you can can sardines without cutting corners. If they can do it, every other brand chooses not to. That tells you everything about their priorities. 10 brands, 10 betrayals. From Beach Cliff's inflammatory soybean oil to Walmart's mystery polluted fish. From Brunswick's price-fixing corporate owner to Cloverleaf's Thai forced labor processing. From King Oscar's PFAS contaminated North Sea fish to Great Value targeting vulnerable Canadians with Chinese processed sardines in BPA cans. You switched to sardines for omega-3s, for brain health, for heart protection, for clean protein. But if you're eating Beach Cliff packed in soybean oil, you're getting omega-6 inflammation. If you're eating Brunswick from Mystery Oceans, you're gambling with heavy metal exposure. If you're eating cloverleaf processed in Thailand, you're risking histamine poisoning and funding forced labor. If you're eating Great Value, you're consuming microplastics, mercury, and cadmium to save $2. Real sardines still exist. Go check your pantry right now. Look at every sardine can. Read country of processing. Check for BPA-free labeling. See soybean oil, product of Thailand, product of China, no BPA-free claim, Great Value, throw them out. Don't finish the can. Don't let your family use them up. Your heavy metal accumulation, your endocrine system, your inflammation levels, none worth saving $2 on contaminated fish. Replace them with sardines from verified Pacific waters and BPA-free cans packed in organic extra virgin olive oil, where you can name the ocean region, where testing results are published, where the company prioritizes your health over their margins. Your body will notice. Better omega-3 absorption without inflammatory oils. No BPA disrupting hormones. No mercury accumulating in organs. Clean protein from verified sources. If this video saved you from years of BPA exposure and heavy metal accumulation disguised as healthy protein, hit that subscribe button. Because next week, we're investigating 10 Canadian protein powder brands with heavy metals, artificial sweeteners, and undisclosed ingredients that aren't even protein. Share this with someone who needs to know. Your family deserves clean fish from verified waters. Your body deserves better than mystery sardines from polluted oceans. Now go check your pantry.